Warm welcome back to TVB News. The acting governor of Brazil's Rio de Janeiro state has declared a state of financial emergency. That's raising fresh concerns about the upcoming Olympic Games this summer. The move allows Francisco Dornelles more leeway to manage the state's resources less than 2 months before the city of Rio de Janeiro hosts the Games. Reports say Dornelles asked the country's acting president for nearly $900 million in emergency funds because of a dip in revenues from taxes and oil royalties. The state government is in such dire straits that 2 of its hospitals were taken over by the Rio de Janeiro city government to allow doctors to keep receiving their paychecks. Some police stations are so underfunded that they have asked neighbors to donate basic items like toilet paper. Some of the key Olympic projects depend heavily on the state government. Meanwhile, chances are slim that Russian athletes will be allowed to compete at the Rio Olympics after the world governing body for track and field upheld its ban on the country for systematic doping. There has been speculation the International Olympic Committee might overturn the ban, but as James Aiken reports, that's also highly unlikely.
The suspension of the Russian Federation, known as Rusov, was imposed in November following a World Anti-Doping Agency report that alleged state-sponsored doping, corruption, and cover-ups in Russian track and field. But after yesterday's meeting of the Council of the International Association of Athletics Federations, its president said some progress has been made, but not enough.
The IAAF Council was unanimous that Rusov had not met the reinstatement conditions and that Russian athletes could not credibly return to international competition without undermining the confidence of their competitors and the public.
The task force overseeing Russia's attempts to reform reported they saw coaches and athletes who could not recognize the scale of a problem that runs from the top level down.
We're back to the culture again. The deep-rooted culture of doping. In order to fix a problem, you have to realize and accept and acknowledge that there is a problem. And if you don't do that, and if you say that everything is fine, how can you move forward?
After arguing that it was taking all steps required to fix the problem, Russia is disappointed with the decision.
If you don't trust to these systems, that you should change the system. I cannot accept exception of my athletes.
Coe also refuted suggestions that the decision to keep the ban in place was motivated by politics.
First of all, the council is made up of 26, 27 people from all 4 corners of the globe. The decision was unanimous. Politics was not playing a part in that room today.
The IOC has not ruled out granting specific Russian athletes special dispensation to participate as neutral competitors, but it says that's entirely up to the IAAF. Meanwhile, IOC Vice President John Coates says he would be very surprised if the IOC moves to overturn the ban at a summit next week in Switzerland. James Aiken, TVB News.
Police in Brazil have charged 6 men and a boy with raping a 16-year-old girl and posting videos online. The lead investigator in the case that's shocked Brazilians said the videos that appeared on social media alerted police to what happened and helped them identify the suspects. In a clip, the semi-conscious naked teen is seen on a bed as men hurl insults and boast that dozens raped her. The May 21st attack has sparked a debate about sexism and violence in Brazil. So far, just 2 suspects have been arrested, while the others remain at large. And back locally, the taxi trade has reacted angrily to the government's new premium taxi plan. But the transport chief today defended the proposal, saying it is part of a 3-pronged approach to improve overall cab services. Up to 600 premium taxis may be joining the public transport network. They'll come under a franchise system to help ensure quality.
The government can decide not to renew the franchise or to take away the franchise if the service is terrible. And we will set various requirements in detail in the franchise. which is quite different from the existing taxi license.
The transport chief admits it's a problem the government can only hold cab drivers accountable under the road traffic ordinance. But he denies the new proposal is to punish the existing taxi trade for failing to step up its game.
Yes, we receive complaints about drivers' attitude, and this is not enforceable under the law at the moment. But at the same time, there is a need for new service. So we hope that by introducing a new service, by improving the existing service through cooperation between government and the trade, and also we will be reviewing how high car permits will be issued. So by a three-pronged strategy, we hope that the situation can improve.
The taxi trade is furious about the plan, saying the government is ignoring drivers' livelihood concerns. But Zheng insists his team has been communicating with cabbies and will try and convince them of the proposal's merits. He did acknowledge that adding vehicles to the road goes against the government's policy of reducing pollution and congestion.
But we think that there is a need for additional personalized transport service. Now, if people can satisfy themselves through this kind of premium taxis, maybe they don't drive themselves.
He says the government will carefully balance the demand for better public transport and the need to improve the city's environment. Experts have proposed more ways to help the ailing retail industry. Due to the slowdown in sales in the recent months, experts are encouraging business operators to come up with new ways to attract potential customers. Speaking at a forum today, David Chung of the Cosmetic and Perfumery Association said it is important for retailers to conduct their business online. He added that making online videos of products, for example, is a useful way to appeal to today's younger generation. All right, Tony, over to you for sports.
That's right, football and golf. Spain and Italy became the latest teams to book their place in the knockout round of Euro 2016 with solid wins last night. It was also another night involving fan trouble between rival teams, this time supporters from Croatia and the Czech Republic. Defending champion Spain were in imperious form as they took down a hapless Turkey in Group D. Alvaro Morata headed the Spanish ahead in the